live to the half court at Foot Locker at Orchard Gateway for day 3 of the playoffs, the 2-on-2 basketball tournament brought to you by ActiveSG and Sport Singapore in association with our partners here at Foot Locker, our prize sponsors Nike, our broadcast partners One Play Sports, and not forgetting the great work done by the Basketball Association of Singapore and the Singapore Slingers. And speaking of the Singapore Slingers, Delvin Goh. Singapore Slingers, Hanbin got upset on Thursday when I called him a legend, but Delvin, you really are a legend and you're still going. Good to have you here, Delvin. Did you have any trouble getting up early this morning?
Well, I don't. I mean, like, you always get up early, you know, for a good basketball action, especially something that's live and after so long, so I'm looking forward to today.
Yeah, well, on Thursday we were treated to the first round in the girls section. There are 16 teams who go through to the semi-finals with a chance to win that grand prize of a 1-year product sponsorship from Foot Locker, along with exclusive Nike, because we have 2 unbeaten teams, Delvin. The Singapore Chinese Girls School hashtag on Thursday. It was a big win for Hillcrest Greys up against Siglat B, your club, Delvin, and the 𝐓𝐶G girls got the better of Nanyang, Siglat B and NYBB. Then we moved to Group B. Huskies Pink 1-0 against Tag SCB Ball, which is the other Singapore Chinese Girls School game, and this is the highlight. The other game in Group C is 2 teams, so all in all we have 3 girls games today, where the 2 teams going into the matchup are 1-0, and the winner of 2 with the second game in the boys section. And Delvin, I know you won't be here for the boys who drove the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐬 to victory over.
Because, you know, it's been a while since I last, you know, watch the guys play, you know, at the age of like under 17 and high quality basketball.
Round robin, group of 4, only the winner qualifies for the semi-finals, and with the other 2 teams who play after 0-1. I mean, for example, if the Singapore Chinese Girls Schools were to win this and NYBB win their game next, the Singapore Chinese Girls School are effectively through, because the tiebreaker is a head-to-head, so it would only be NYBB who could, in theory, catch them. They'll have a head-to-head advantage over Hillcrest Greys. So we'll know some of our semi-finalists today, with 1 round-robin match to play tomorrow. The girls play their 2nd round-robin matches this morning, the boys this afternoon, and then the 3rd round-robin matches take place on Sunday. Of course, we're not encouraging you to come down here much as we'd like to, because it's a great venue, this, Delvin, to come and watch basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really incredible half court right here, you know, with the graffiti on the walls and all that, and it's an aircon place in the mall in town, so it's something that's good.
It's a new innovation, isn't it? I'm sure when COVID-19 is past, which you hope is all soon, it's going to be very, very busy. Everyone can book this court online and come down and enjoy the facilities in this incredible Foot Locker complex. And great work from ActiveSG and Sport Singapore to use their initiative to essentially make basketball the 2nd competitive sport back live after the Singapore Premier League Soccer. And great as well that it's the youth getting their chance to strut their stuff back on court. Speaking of which, Delvin, I'm going to ask you this question a couple of times for those people that are dipping in and out the broadcast. We talked about it yesterday. What are the plans for the Slingers moving forward as the Singapore Chinese Girls School go to the line?
As of right now, I think we can't go to other countries to play much, like how the ABL season is supposed to be like, but we're having some plans going for a week, like a bubble, a week pocket tournaments, invite 2 to 3 teams coming over to play. We'll see how it goes, and we have some point system going. You can check it out on abl.com for the latest updates.
So when are we looking? Have we got a time frame when they're hoping to start again, or are we just looking for the early part of next year?
They're just looking for the early part of next year.
Fingers crossed. Singapore Slingers, the only professional basketball team in Singapore, and they do Singapore proud as well. With, what is it, 3 out of 4 finals appearances, or 4 out of 5?
3 out of 4.
Will be 4 out of 5 next year.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Get down to the Singapore Slingers YouTube channel and check out the Singapore Slingers home court, where you can find out more about Delvin. You're like the pin-up boy of Singapore basketball, aren't you? Some of these girls have probably got your poster on their bedroom wall, Delvin.
I've just been here too long and everybody sees me. Somebody might hate me though.
Well, speaking of pin-up basketball players, make sure you join us this afternoon to see an emerging superstar in Jackson as we land a big he's put it, that went down. No, didn't count. Apologies. I must have also explained that Delvin and myself, because the COVID-19 regulations are outside the cages, so our view is a little bit obscure. We're relying on our monitors for the most part. This is still a 1-all ball game. That bucket did count, by the way. It went down on the scoreboard. Now they've taken it off again. So it's gone 2-1. It actually went down to Hillcrest Greys. So it's Hillcrest Greys, apologies for that confusion, who lead 2-1. They've come from behind, so the Singapore Chinese Girls School need a response here, and it's going to need all of O'Shea and Wong Ru-shin's grit and determination to get back into this. This has been a cagey affair, Delvin, hasn't it? Really equally matched, these two.
I mean, they're really going hard towards the rim. They're just not making the shots, but it's a good thing to see them going hard to the rim.
The foul count doesn't really get significant until you get into the 8, 9 and 10 territory, but Hillcrest Greys already on 4 fouls as we get the one that drops to level it up, and good hustle immediately after the bucket. Wong Ru-shin attempting to come up with the steal, and she only just missed out. We're tied at 2 each with 2:48 to play. Call the winner now, Delvin. Who's going to go on to win this game?
From the way of it, I think the Singapore Chinese Girls School might win it.
Okay, well, they'll look to go in front for the first time in this second period in a minute. O'Shea finds Wong Ru-shin with this drop off the rim. She nearly picks up the rebound. I think that came off Hillcrest Greys, you know. That might be Singapore Chinese Girls School possession, and I think it is. So with 2:20 to play, we're tied at 2 each, and the prediction of less than 10 points is looking very apt at the moment. Certainly the Singapore Chinese Girls School having a tougher time here than they did against Nanyang yesterday, the NYBB girls, who they beat by 11-3. But the Hillcrest Greys girls all about the D, and so far across nearly 2 matches they've only conceded 2 points, and they're about to extend the lead, are they? Doesn't drop. Pick up the rebound though. O'Shea doing a really good job there of avoiding giving away the trip to the free throw line. And I've just got a feeling here the next bucket may well win this, because the pressure's really on these girls. If someone can go in front now with 1:36 to play, they might stay there. It just won't drop. Some of the approach play's been brilliant, Delvin, but just at close quarters on the layups, they've not been going down for either set of girls, have they?
Yeah, number 14 Hillcrest has been going strong on the right hand. It's just not making the shot, but she should keep going with it and try to score one.
That's crucial. That's a big bucket. And immediately after drawing the foul, the Singapore Chinese Girls School go in front with 1:17 to play, but immediately the foul is drawn, so they'll start from outside the arc and they'll go for the 2. And again, what Delvin mentioned, that high arc on the girls. Obviously traditionally 3-point, for our context here 2-point throws. That's the 3rd time they've hit the roof trying to go for the 2. And now, we saw this with the boys yesterday, clock management. I wonder if we'll see it for the Singapore Chinese Girls School, because they're inside 55 seconds. The next time they get possession, surely they'll want to be using as many of the 14 seconds as they can. And again, they hit the roof, and it's just not happening. It looks like Singapore Chinese Girls School are going to win this one by the narrowest of margin and become red-hot favourites to emerge as the team at the top of Group A. That's, again, a short-range jumper that hits the roof. Clock is not Alison and Lok Ching's friend here. They've got 26 seconds. In theory, they might get another possession after this, but they surely want to make this one count, and they do! We're tied at 3 each. Lovely work. 18 seconds to play. The next bucket's going to win this if it comes in regulation. Miss from Wong Ru-shin. And the fact the clock doesn't stop when the foul is called means we're going to OT. We knew it would be a tight one, but it's gone the distance and we'll go to overtime. So overtime it'll be, and we got confused with this yesterday. Just to confirm, it's the first of 2 points in overtime. And the stakes could not be higher. Only these 4 girls have their eyes on the semi-final prize and a shot at that grand prize of a 1-year product sponsorship from Foot Locker. Who will it be? The Singapore Chinese Girls School, #SCBBQ and O'Shea or Wong Ru-shin, or will it be Hillcrest Greys B with Alison wearing 14 and Lok Ching in 27? Our referee Charlton Tan just describing it is a race to 2. So essentially a best of 3 here. Talk about short format, and bearing in mind how long it took them to get 2 points of regulation, they might need all of the 5 minutes of overtime to get it. That foul is called. That's a criminal concession of possession right at the start of overtime. O'Shea with the hand signal. Goes for the 2 to win it. And she was following that one down. I think for a minute she thought it was there. Hillcrest Greys, but they go for 2 to take the sweets. And again, that's the 4th time that Alison hits the roof. And I think Hillcrest Grays have got to give up the ghost of the 2-point attempts, Delvin.
Yeah, they just try and go one at a time and then lock down on defense and go one and go one. Just not try and shoot the two because they have hit the roof so many times. So
again, they hit the roof and again they give it back. I suppose if you buy enough tickets, eventually you'll win the raffle, but they've not come close so far. They've not even got as far as the rim. 4:19 to play in OT. Race to 2 between the two unbeaten teams in Group A, and the foul is drawn. It's a shooting foul as well, so they'll go to the line to take the early edge in overtime. Only one free throw, remember, so they can't win it here, but certainly Lok Ching with the chance to put the Greys in the driving seat. And I would have made Singapore Chinese Girls School's favourites to win this, Delvin, like yourselves. And simply a shock if they can come up with a W. But it's very, very cagey.
what happens after the 5 minutes? Are they going to go for another
Double
5
OT.
minutes? Double OT?
I think we should have sudden death free throws. It's a very good question, actually, Devin. We should find that out. We might not need to if that had dropped, but it didn't.
Very good hustle right there.
Do you play much 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 yourself, David? Have you ever played it competitively?
Yeah, I played 3-on-3 World Championship back when I was 16 years old. So yeah, I went to Italy to play the World Championship under 18.
Who are your teammates for Singapore on that occasion?
They're not in the national team. They're all playing in their own clubs team. So yeah.
How did you get on at the Worlds? Because that must have been very tough.
We won a few games. We played against the USA. We lost to them, but we
What was
played
the score against the USA?
I remember it's pretty close. Like 2-on-2, 3-on-3, you can't get really too far.
Well, in 3-on-3 now, the kings of 3-on-3 tend to be Eastern European countries, don't they? Your Serbians, your Croatians, and things like that.
Yeah, the Europeans, the Mongolians are really good too.
Oh, what a way to win it! 𝐓𝐇𝐄 with the monster two. And the Singapore Chinese Girls School survive a real big scare. Hashtag SCBBQ. They go to 2-0. And they are all but certain of a place in the semi-finals. Their place in the semi-finals will be confirmed if Nanyang beats Siglap in the next matchup. So they'll be cheering on Nanyang next up. And I told you about her intensity right at the start. She's not even smiling now. Her teammate Rongru Shin is all smiles. All 𝐓𝐇𝐄 wants to do is get on with the semi-finals, I fancy. Congratulations to the Singapore Chinese Girls School. They triumph in OT by 5-3, courtesy of a 2-pointer from OC. And next up, the two teams 0-1, Siglap B and NYBB. Big game this for Siglap because they technically are still in the hunt. To win for them here and they beat the Singapore Chinese Girls School tomorrow, they can still qualify. Stay with us. Match 2 on day 3 up next in the 2020 playoffs 2-on-2 basketball tournament from the Foot Locker half court.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Stevens Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it, Fleck in the open court, takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of Leon Fleck to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Well, we're back live at the Foot Locker half court. Delvin Go alongside me here for the second of our matchups, and it's an important one in Group A because I'm just doing my mathematics here, which are notoriously bad. If NYBB win here, I make it that the Singapore Chinese Girls School of O'Shea and Wong Lu Shin will have qualified for the semi-finals and be one step closer to that grand prize of a one-year product endorsement from our good friends at Foot Locker.
What a good pick and roll right there. It's really good to see, you know, girls like that and then going for the pick and roll, passing the big guy, go for the M1.
Yeah, that's a great start for Shane, you know, because they didn't score a single point, Siglap, in their 5-0 loss to Hillcrest Grey. So a good start to them. They couldn't add the +1, but they are in front in a game that if they win, they could, in theory, still edge out the Singapore Chinese Girls School. So if you want the round robin groups to go to a big decider tomorrow, you want to be cheering on Siglap B, and you'll be cheering on Siglap B anyway. You're a Siglap boy, Delvin, yes?
Yeah, of course, now definitely root for my juniors right there.
Oh, great improvisation, lovely work, sensational stuff from Amelia. And where on earth was this play from Siglap B yesterday? They couldn't score a point yesterday, or on Thursday I should say, and I'm just going down the slate. They were the only two teams not to score a single point in their match, the two Siglap sides. They both got beat with a bagel. Now they're in the league and they hang on to it, or they'll be able to hang on to it with defensive work like that. Lovely work again. On the pullback is Shane. And with 3:37 to go in the first, it's very much advantage Siglap. Obviously this tournament, Delvin, it's a combination of clubs and schools. Obviously there's a crossover, I'm sure, with lots of the girls and boys that play for their schools. Traditionally in Singapore, who are the powerhouses of schools basketball, where, you know, if you're an aspiring basketball player at 11, 12, 13 and you're making a choice to go to a school that's got a good basketball program, what in your experience would you recommend?
Well, I think for me, definitely my own school, Unity Secondary School. But if you want to ask me from the other areas, from the east side, from the north side, from the south side, I think it would be Northeast Star, Diamond Seng. They are the powerhouse.
And obviously, as we've already seen, the Singapore Chinese Girls School have a very, very effective program when it comes to basketball. Good defense here as NYBB need to try and make something happen, and they do make something happen. That will be turned over with 2:35 to play. Let's see if they can get on the scoreboard. They went down yesterday, on Thursday, by 11-3 at the hands of the Singapore Chinese Girls School.
What a left hand. Good job, really good job.
Yeah, they're playing really well here.
Yep.
Couldn't score a point in 10 minutes on Thursday, 3 in 3 minutes today. And we await, by the way, across the girls and boys section, our first 21-point game. We came a little bit close yesterday. You reckon we'll get one this afternoon? It's going to happen, isn't it?
Well, I guess in the afternoon it's definitely going to happen with the girls. I'm not saying that they won't make it to the 21, but as you can see, the intensity is building up and the defense is really good, so it's probably hard for them to score.
Yeah, just to confirm, if 21 points aren't scored by a team, it's obviously the 2 5-minute periods, but if the team reaches 21, they take it out. And at the top level, sort of men's professional, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, that 21 is reached quite regularly.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of trees right there with the men's and the women sometimes, and they go to 21, which is quite easy for them because the intensity is way higher.
Well, Siglap B are in control here. It's great work from Shane and Amelia. And if Siglap B do go on and win this, it will be a decider, winner-take-all clash tomorrow between Siglap B and the Singapore Chinese Girls School SCBBQ to find out who goes to the semi-finals. That one doesn't drop. Need a response here from Nanyang. Going inside, Felicia. Doesn't drop. So frustrating, isn't it? It's a game of the gods sometimes, basketball, isn't it? The margins are so fine. You have any lucky superstitions, Delvin, that you employ pre-match? What are your pre-match rituals? You put the left sock on first, what do?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you wear a tights, you wear a socks, that's good. The next game you ask your mom, or you wash yourself and say, oh, I need to get it dry but in time so that I can play a better game or play a good game like the game before.
From the free throw line to extend the lead, and down it goes. And Siglap B on fire here. That was Amelia. The Anglican high school girls here on fire. 6-zip, 28-7 to play in the first period, and it's going to take some comeback here, and it looks like Group A will go down to the final day, which I suppose for the neutrals what you want to see. Just trying to see if the Singapore Chinese Girls School girls, well, that's modern technology for you. Instead of watching their potential opponents for tomorrow, the two Singapore Chinese Girls School athletes are on their phone, no doubt, posting about their success on the various social media channels. Lovely basket right on the buzzer at the end of the first period. That was good work from Nanyang, from Felicia, wearing 26, Chandel wearing 21, so they're just about in this. They trail by 5 as they take the 60 seconds out. That was very important. That might give them a bit of confidence going in, and we have seen some big turnarounds both in the girls and boys over the last 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes the loss might be a good thing. You see Siglap really locking down on defense, you know, going hard, bending down, staying low, try to stay in front of the opponent. I mean, it's just give them more motivation to do it, and I can see it today.
So this is set up nicely now. I think they have to score the first points in the second period, Nanyang. But if they do, it might well still be game over, game on. And obviously we've already had our first game today go to overtime. The Singapore Chinese Girls School coming out on top of Hillcrest Grays by 5-3, courtesy of a big 2-point play from Oshie. Quite deep into overtime as well. And just we clarified this because Delvin quite rightly asked the question during that overtime period. The clock is immaterial in overtime. They'll keep on playing till one team reaches 2 points. So we're back underway. 6-1 lead for Siglat B. They're playing in the white. Nanyang in the blue and yellow. They need to score first in the second period, Nanyang. Good defence from Siglat B. And they force the change of possession. Here's Amelia. Can they re-establish that 6-point lead? Not that time. Well, they go for 2 here. I think they might. Trailing by 5. And they still trail by 5. Picking up the rebound for Siglat B Shane. I think in this scenario, they are going to have to try and find a pathway for some 2-pointers, aren't they? Particularly with that 5-point deficit.
Yeah, they have to lock down on defense and try to hit the twos, but I mean, 4 minutes is a long time. Just go in one at a time, lock down on defense. You go 1, they go 0, and slowly climb it back up.
Yeah, you've only got to fail to score, I suppose, in a couple or 3 consecutive possessions if you're in front, and that lead can be whittled away, but they're clearly trying to go for 2s. That was good hustle to stop them getting one away that time by Amelia of Siglat, and they've got the ball back on the turnover. No points through the first 60 seconds of the second period. She's desperate to try for 2, isn't she, Felicia? You can just tell. Here's Shandell. Shandell gets it back to Felicia, but there wasn't enough power on that pass, and it's given Amelia the chance to steal. Can they open up again by 6 this time? No, they can't. Shooting boots not on in the second stanza. She's desperate for this 2, Felicia. She's going to go inside this time, though, into the paint, and down it goes, and all of a sudden now it's a 4-point game. Just as you were saying, Delvin, Siglat failed on a couple of possessions, and a 2-0 run now for Nanyang. They're going to need more, though. That gets the ship steadied for Shane. That was an important bucket, wasn't it, to get them off the mark in the second period, Delvin?
Yep, you are just going to keep scoring. The only thing you got to do is stop them from scoring, run the clock down, and try to make some shots.
3:02 to play, and they're now going to be trailing by 6 again. 8-2. They need to start landing some deuces. That one comes up short from Shandell. Back with Shane now. A little bit of confusion. Amelia thinks about the 2. Oh, that's lovely work. Wonderful score from Amelia, and now they're running away with it. 9-2. Can't see a way back now, halfway through the second period. Can you, Delvin?
I think as of now, trailing by 7 with 2.5 minutes to go, it's gonna be hard for Nanyang girls to catch back, but never give up. Just keep trying.
So what this means, just looking ahead and assuming that they do close it out, Siglat B, they'll go to 1-1. Nanyang will go to 0-2, and they are eliminated. And Hillcrest Greys, well, this is the incredible conundrum here on the head-to-head, because just trying to work out how that would play. So if Hillcrest Greys beat Nanyang tomorrow, they'll go to 2-1. If Siglat beat SCBBQ, they'll go to 2-1, and SCBBQ will go to 2-1. So in terms of the head-to-head, it all gets a little bit complicated. We'll get to the bottom of that. One thing's for sure, the way this score is going, we are going to be going down to the wire tomorrow in Group A in what's been a very high-quality affair. Now, let me get this tiebreaker out in front of me, just so we can see. We need to start looking forward to this. It looks like to me like
I think it probably might be score difference.
Yeah, so
depending on how many points you win.
Number of league points awarded. If the team had the same number of league points, the team that won the game is ranked higher. If more than 2 teams have equal points, only those matches played among the teams with equal points, it'll be worked out. Oh my goodness gracious me! It's some kind of crazy equation. We'll work. Let's worry about it when it happens.
Yeah, it probably points difference. I mean, I've been there when I was in secondary school, where 3 teams are in the same situation. I think it's probably point difference depending on how many points you win. So they gotta win it big.
And of course, if it does come down to points difference, that's where that 11-3 win for SCBBQ against Nanyang,
that's gonna be huge.
It's going to come in handy. Although having said that, I've got a feeling the points difference will only concern the games played between the 3 teams that are tied. So in that case, Hillcrest Greys B had a 5-zip win against Siglat B, so failing to score Siglat B in the game on Thursday might still come back to haunt them. Anyway, we will cross that pitch when we come to it. We are only going to have one unbeaten team going into the third day's play in Group A in this playoffs tournament, 2-on-2 at the Foot Locker half court. This has been a good exhibition by 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐾, bouncing back from yesterday's disappointments, and they see this one out comfortably enough. They take it out by 10-2, and a good bounce back. You're happy with that, Delvin? Your 𝐓𝐇𝐄 girls coming out with a W to still give themselves a chance.
They're really doing good. 𝐓𝐶𝐄 number 4 is doing a lot of damage underneath, and number 14 is passing the ball well, and I think they did what they would have to do, you know, go in, come out, and then they didn't took the too much, which is good. Just keep driving, take the one.
So SCBBQ top Group A, they're 2-0. 𝐓𝐶𝐄 will drop to third, but at least they're 1-1, and Hillcrest Grays, by virtue of their better head-to-head record against 𝐓𝐶𝐄, are second at 1-1. Nanyang out of it 0-2. That's Group A done for today in the girls, and we come back, we move to Group B. It's Huskies Pink 1-0 against NAP 0-1. The Huskies Pink will start the next one favourite. Join us in a couple of moments for more great playoff action, 2-on-2 here, brought to you by ActiveSG Sports Singapore from the Foot Locker half court.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Stevens Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it. 𝐓𝐿𝐄 in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐿𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane leads to a fast break.
Welcome back live to Foot Locker Half Court. It's our third game on the morning slate of 8 girls matches. We've already seen the Singapore Chinese girls school hashtag #SCBBQ go 2-0 to drop to a position where a win tomorrow would confirm them through to the semi-finals. But Siglap B made it interesting with that 10-2 win against NYBB. Now we move to Group B. Huskies Pink 1-0 with Ling Ying wearing 8, 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐘𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐒 wearing 10. And for NAP 0-1, it's Isabel. They've got no numbers here, so the NAP girls, Isabel in the black and white shoes and Beatrice in the black and red. But Ling Ying wearing 8 and 𝐓𝐶 wearing 10. And our referee is Ref Neo. And it will be NAP to get us underway. NAP Delvin went down pretty convincingly, 10-3 to Hillcrest Grays A on Thursday. Huskies Pink 8-0 against your beloved Siglap A. So they beat the Siglap A team. I'm not entirely sure whether there's A and B. That suggests that A are better than the B team, but the Siglap girls will be hoping a little later on to do what the Siglap B girls did, and that's bounce back in style. They take on the unbeaten Hillcrest Grays in Group B after this one. Who's going to draw first blood here? The answer to that question is given quite quickly. 𝐓𝐶 Thian putting the Huskies Pink girls in front. And of course, if Huskies Pink were to win this and Hillcrest Grays able to win next, that would set up a titanic clash on Sunday between two 2-0 teams for a place in the semi-finals. So we're 2 games in, Darwin. I'm going to keep asking you this because I suppose it's going to change throughout the course of the morning, and 2, because there'll be people dipping in and out of the broadcast. What have you made of the standard of these girls so far? I mean, you're the expert when it comes to their technical abilities and skills. I'm just wowed by the intensity and the passion and the desire and how seriously it's being taken. But from a technical standpoint, what are you seeing today?
Well, I think, the girls are doing a pretty good job, knowing their roles. And then they're going into the pick and roll games more than the guys, actually. And I think they're smarter in the 2-on-2. I think the guys going to try and watch it and try and learn something from there.
The girls smarter than the boys. Story of our lives, isn't it? +1, good job. Ling Ying opening up the Huskies by 3 with less than 1:30 on the clock. NAP need to make something happen, and it just won't drop for them. Picking up the rebound, Ling Ying. Oh, that's a misplaced pass by 𝐓𝐶. But they look quite comfortable here, the Huskies girls early. Do we know what the origin of the Huskies are? Is that a club or would that be
I have no idea.
It's a chance to find
first time hearing how Husky goes.
Coming back out is 𝐓𝐶. Inside, nice pass to Ling Ying. Can she finish? Not this time. And a good pick up off that miss attempt by the black and white shoes of Isabel. Beatrice in possession now in the black and red. Back to Isabel. Need to get on the scoreboard here because, as I mentioned, they only managed 3 points on Thursday. And there's a shot clock violation. 14 seconds of shot clock here. Remember, the game clock only stops when girls go to the free throw line, which means it's quite fast paced. She barreled her way through there quick. Good pick up by Isabel. Goes for it all. Just feathered the net, but the wrong side of it on the way through. But she managed to get that trajectory down pack there, Delvin. There was no danger of that hitting the roof.
Yeah, I mean, I think she adjusted it pretty well, or maybe her shots is just going up like that, but I mean, it's a good shot though.
Yeah, Ling Ying though, once more into the paint and putting it away. And they've got a comfortable lead here. Something special needs to happen for the girls in black to turn this one round. Oh, good aggression, lovely aggression, 𝐓𝐶 to get there first, and she lays it up to Ling Ying, who does the rest, and now it's 5-0. Don't think there'll be a 21-point game here, but this does look to be a little bit one-sided, doesn't it, Delvin?
Yeah, I think NAP, one girl is almost doing all the thing, and the other girl is passing the ball most of the time. That's why you got a 14-second shot clock. I think they got to work together and try to talk it out during halftime and see how it goes.
I'm not sure whether that was a pass or a shot, but it still managed to find its way through to Ling Ying, who misses from under the basket. Can we get NAP on the ball before the first period is over? With a 2 we can! Now just like that, the power of the deuce. Only 1 point on the scoreboard. Was that giving us a 1, Delvin? I thought it was a 2. The scoreboard shows 6-1. Did you see that? Did you have that down as a 2 or was it just a 1?
Might be the shoes though. Might be the shoes. It's always on the line. The referee's gonna give it.
Well, it was registered as a 1, so it's instead of 5-point ball game. I got all excited there, thinking that was the start of an NAP comeback. At least they're off the mark though. Still with work to do. 38 seconds. The clock ticks as they have to come back to behind the arc to restart, and it will be Huskies pink ball. Can they get the last point of this period and open up a 7-point gap? A lovely footwork of driving in, travelling.
That's a good move though. No travel right there. Come on, ref.
You tell it, Delvin. You're only saying that because there's glass between you. The ref can't hear you. Shout out to our referees. We had Jeremy Go and Ling Cheng Wing on Thursday doing a great job. Today we've got Shelton Tan and Ref Neo. And of course on Friday yesterday it was Benjamin Mock and Ref Neo again as the point goes down, and it's a 6-point ball game at the end of the first period with the Huskies pink girls well on their way, 5 minutes away from going to 2-0 and potentially setting up a blockbuster on Sunday with Hillcrest Grays for a place in the semi-finals. Anyway, back here, in your opinion, for NAP, or are they just a little bit outclassed in this one, Delvin?
Well, I think the Huskies Pinks is going really hard at the NAP girls. The NAP girls gotta just, you know, go up there, take up the challenge. There's something medical going on with the NAP girls. I don't know what's up with it. I know maybe that's why the reason why she's not attacking much.
Yeah, that's just, you can see that in the top left-hand corner of your screen. It's Beatrice who is having something applied, I think, to her elbow by our first aider. And you can see inside, we're actually outside this, what literally is a basketball bubble, isn't it, inside that Foot Locker half court to observe social distancing. The bare minimum of people are in that enclosed space. No one is being encouraged, and of course we don't encourage you to come down and watch. Hopefully another time in the future we can, I mean, potentially if we had a big 2-on-2 tournament down here, or 3-on-3, the crowds, I mean, they'd have trouble controlling the crowds if we weren't worried about COVID, wouldn't we? There'd be, everyone would be arching for a view. But that's the beauty of One Play Sports and the Get Active TV streams that you can watch remotely. Well, they're all at the first aid now, because now going to get some treatment is 𝐓𝐇𝐄 and that means we're going to have a delayed start to this second period. Our referee, Ref Neo, being very understanding. It's obviously causing a delay, but now we should be good to go. So second period is the Huskies by 6, 7-1. And it's going to need a monumental comeback here from NAP and Isabel and Beatrice to keep their hopes alive. As soon as they drop to 0-2 here, they will be officially eliminated with 1 game to spare. They should have still, of course, played their third game. That goes without saying. NAP will be playing Siglap A in their third game on Sunday. They need to score first in this second period. That misses by a long way from Beatrice, who had that first aid treatment in between the 2 periods. Here's 𝐓𝐇𝐄. Layup is good. And they're rapidly closing in on double digits. Only 1 team so far today hit double digits. That was Siglap B in a 10-2 win over NYBB. You do fancy that the Huskies pink girls are going to get double digits here, Delvin?
Yeah, I think the Huskies being, I think just now there's one play when he goes straight to the back door, and I can see they got an eye signal and all that. It takes a lot of chemistry for that to do it, and that's good training right there.
And these schoolgirls and schoolboys, when are they having specialist basketball coaches come in, or is it just a teacher who's got a passion for basketball?
Yeah, Huskies being?
Sorry?
I
mean, just generally. I mean, you talked about those schools in Singapore that have the top basketball programs. Are they bringing in external coaches to help with that?
No, we always got the same coaches every single time. But I mean, the coaches are doing a good job. You know, running the system and all, and you can see it pays off.
Well, it's paying off for the Huskies, okay. They only conceded 1 point through, what's that now, 17 minutes of basketball. So their defense is, I think it's probably, see how they hold out for the remaining 3 minutes here. It's probably the best defensive record across girls and boys. There's a travel called again. Nothing going right for NAP. Yeah, that takes some doing in 2-on-2. They've only conceded 1 point, Huskies Pink, in now 17 minutes of basketball. So they are a tough team to score against. That one doesn't go. They're going to have to start going for twos here, surely. Stepping back, Isbel to Beatrice. And that was half blocked by 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐬. Clock continues to tick round. There needs something to happen here, NAP. Oh, it's going to drop. Well finished off by Isbel. That was a tough get, wasn't it, Delvin, from that angle on the fadeaway?
I mean, it's something that does very well. You know, go one dribble, go out with the right hand, be confident. You never know whether the ball will go in or not.
With a chance now to go again. Gap though is surely still insurmountable. 6-point differential. Another travel. He likes calling the travels, this ref, doesn't he? 2:08 to go. Goes for the sweeps and misses by a while from Isbel as the shot clock expired inside 2 minutes at a 6-point game. They've not scored. They've scored 1 point, haven't they, in this second period? The Huskies Pink.
What a
put that right now
again, right there.
And again, you're saying that's just down to the understanding between the two girls. They know where each other are going to be.
Yep.
So Huskies Pink about to take pole position in Group B. We'll find out next up if Hillcrest Grays A. We've already seen Hillcrest Grays B lose their unbeaten record this morning. We'll find out if Hillcrest Grays A can go 2-0. They take on Siglap A. So we'll see another Siglap girls team in action in just a minute. Just inside the arc, and it's off the rim and out from Ling Ying. But these games are flying by. We've been on air for now just over 50 minutes. We're already seconds away from completing our third matchup. There's 8 games in total. We've played 3. This third one in progress. 5 to come up until around about 12:30, 1:45 in the afternoon Singapore time. Then we'll take a break for lunch and we'll be back with the boys from 2. And heading off the boys program at 2 p.m. is Oinam White against SBA Blue. And if you are willing to look at stars for the future, make sure you join us for the, which game is it? The third game on the slate this afternoon. So that'll start around about 2:20, 2:30. And that's Jackson Wah, the newly signed slinger, lining up for the SBPHK Hornets. And again, you did tell me this. SBPHK stands for
Singapore Bukit Panjang Hokkien Konghui. It's a Hokkien organization back in Bukit Panjang.
Do you have to be Hokkien to play for them, or is it?
Not really.
That kind of
they're
thing,
just a sponsor for the team, and they took it up their name.
Yeah, that kind of thing is fading away from basketball. It was quite a little bit cliquey basketball for a while in Singapore, right?
Yep.
That's fading away just a little bit. Here's Huskies Pink with 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐬. Oh, she was left alone there, but she can't make it drop. They have reached double digits. They lead by 10-3. There's time for just one more possession after this one. Can a consolation bucket go down for NAP? Foul is drawn, and it'll be turnover possession. And they won't even have time to get one away here. Maybe they'll just try an ambitious 3 to close it out, or a 2 as it is here. But it was half-hearted. They get the job done. Huskies Pink by 10-3. They go to 2-0. NAP dropped to 0-2 and are officially eliminated. They'll still play their third round robin game on Sunday. But Huskies Pink in control of Group B. But for how long? Because next up it's the 1-0 Hillcrest Grays A against Siglap A. That's next. Stay with us from the Foot Locker Half Court on One Play Sports and ActiveSG TV. Brought to you with our good friends at Nike, the Foot Locker Basketball Association of Singapore, and the Singapore Slingers.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Stevens Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it. Fleck in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐇𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane. Leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Welcome back live to the Foot Locker Half Court Day 3 of the playoffs. The 2-on-2 tournament. COVID-19 busting. Great to see basketball back being played competitively under strict and safe COVID-19 regulations. And this matchup is between the 1-0 Hillcrest Greys A, who are in white, and Siglap A. Will it drop? Very nearly. As a basketball player, Delvin, when do you know? There's sometimes you let that ball go from outside the arc and you just know it's going to switch down. down, or do you never really truly know until it goes down and under?
Well, I mean, I won't want to like turn like Stephen Curry, but you know, sometimes it feels good. But you don't want to turn too early. You know, there's guys in the NBA that shoot it and it feels good, but they turn and it didn't go in, so it's embarrassing.
Just inside the arc there, and it hit the roof in any event. Low-scoring game this. And I think we just spoke before we came back to Airedale in our brief break between matches. You were really impressed by Huskies Pink in this group, weren't you? Their defense only conceded 3 points across 20 minutes of basketball. That takes some doing because the standard here is very high.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be a favorite to win it all and get a $1,000 sponsorship. No, the 1 year sponsorship from Foot Locker. And I hope that they do, because I can see that the chemistry is there, and they talk a lot during the halftime, and they try to arrange, try to make adjustment and all that, and kudos to them.
𝐓𝐇𝐄 double their lead here. I wonder if they can extend it further before the end of the first period. Did you get any kind of that kind of deal, an endorsement deal at the age of 15, 16?
To be honest, there's not much competition back when I was 15, 16, and there's definitely no deals like that. And Foot Locker has been doing a good job. And really want to congratulate the guys who's going to win it next Sunday.
That wiped his feet on the way down, but 𝐓𝐇𝐄 extends the lead to 3, and they're going to be in a very strong position here going into the second half. And we look like we're heading for a blockbuster matchup on Sunday between the 2-0 Huskies Pink and what could very well be the 2-0 Hillcrest Greys A team as the end of the first period comes, and it's all smiles for the Greys and grimaces. Their girls coming right in front of us. They do not look happy, the Siglap A girls. They're just having a little chat with each other. Very difficult because they've had plenty of possession. They've got plenty of shots, however. They haven't dropped for them. And again, it seems to be that usual story. They need to get the first one to drop.
Yeah, they're just gonna make adjustment and try to talk it out during halftime. And I see that Siglap is trying to talk it out, which is good, and try to see what other tactics and what other things that they can run, you know, to get them to the first basket.
So 5 minutes between Hillcrest Greys A and a date with Destiny on Sunday against the Huskies Pink girls to book a place in next Saturday's semi-finals. Busy weekend for these athletes, and none of them are leaving anything on the court. The determination, oh look at that work. 𝐓𝐇𝐄's so powerful when she drives in like that. And could that be the death knell for the hopes of Siglap A? Siglap B, remember, picking for them 10-2 against NYBB earlier. Doesn't look like the A team are going to emulate them for now. It's been the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 show so far. Jolene trying to get in on the act, but it's not happening, and they need to find a score from somewhere. They are 4.5 away from becoming the first team to be bagel today, and down the deuce goes from 𝐓𝐇𝐄, and that, I think, is the point where you can stick a fork in this one. It's done. 𝐓𝐶𝐄 really impressive.
I mean, you got a girl that can shoot and can drive, and you got a big girl inside trying to manage the pin. I mean, it's a really good combination for the Grace girl.
6-0, could be 7-0, down another one goes. They are shooting for fun, both 𝐓𝐶𝐄 and Dawn. Finally, a bucket for Siglap A, but I think it's too little too late. Still 3:53 to go, but they're going to have to start hitting deuces if they want to get back in this. I wonder if they'll try to shoot from distance this time. Good defensive cover. Into the corner of the court they go. Well, that was a rare misplaced pass. The passing's been very good, but GY not on the same page as Jolene that time, and possession will be handed over as the clock continues to tick down. After this, we reach the halfway mark of the morning session. Still 2 games in Group C and Group D to come. Next up is Singapore Chinese Girls School against Shengon Culture, followed by Kembangan Red and SG Basketball White. Then Changxi Youth and YTBG, which is another battle between 2 teams coming into today 1-0. And Kembangan Blue and SG Basketball Black is the final game before the lunch break. Then remember, 2 p.m. Singapore time for the boys' competition resumption. Start the boys' resumption with a battle between 2 teams who have yet to pick up a victory, and then second on court, Xinhua NJC and Tongwai Team 1, who put in putting their unbeaten records on the line in Group A. That basket won't count. The referee's whistle are gone. And I think they're just going through the motions to an extent, these girls now, unfortunately. 7-1, it's not a margin that I think can be drawn back by SG unless they hit a couple of spectacular threes in quick succession. And the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 girls aren't giving them the space to even attempt threes at the moment. And this has been the star of this game. For me, this 𝐓𝐇𝐄 is really impressive and ably supported by Dawn. What a teammates, mate. You already alluded to it, Delvin. Great pairing.
Really good pairing with the girl in number 11 going down strong in the paint, and number 27 just doing damage from the outside.
Who's been more impressive? You still think the Huskies Pink girls more impressive than 𝐓𝐿crest?
I might just go for Huskies Pink because of the way that they rotate, the way that they communicate with each other, the way that they play with each other.
So here they come again. 𝐓𝐇𝐄 using the screen of Dawn. But she has her pocket pinch there. SG come up with it. Shot clock down to 8. Well kept in by 𝐓𝐇𝐄. Nice place to Dawn, and down it goes again, and they're one away from double digits. Remember, the Huskies Pink put 10 on the board in a 10-3 win against NAP moments ago. No one today so far has got more than 10 points in their match. There was a 5-3 win for the Singapore Chinese Girls School BBQ team. 10-2 SG B against NYBB. 10-3 Huskies Pink against NAP, and the 𝐓𝐿crest Greys 9-1 on their way to victory. But will it be with a double-digit score? In and out from 𝐓𝐶𝐄. But who else but Dawn to pick up the pieces? And 𝐓𝐶𝐄 doesn't miss 2 on the spin, and they reach 10 with 1:03 to play. And just one more point will make them the highest scoring team of the day so far. And look at that, 10-1 up with 54 on the clock, and 𝐓𝐶𝐄 is still playing the D and hustling.
Still getting down on the floor and hustle for the ball.
Brilliant work. Forward for a travel though.
The ref is calling a lot of travel today.
Would you be? Do you ever chat back to the refs? You're a very calm and polite gentleman off the court.
Yeah.
Your rag off the court.
I mean, I might, but I wouldn't go at the ref. I'll just go at myself and try to play good defense, try to go offense, whatever I can do to help the team better.
Shot clock. The shot clock violation had gone there, but no, they get it away. And that deuce brings them to 12-1 and the highest scoring team of the day so far. So 𝐓𝐿crest Greys A sending a warning out to Huskies Pink. The two teams will meet on Sunday with a winner-take-all clash on the cards for a place in next Saturday's semi-final. SG will drop to 0-2, and along with NAP they're officially eliminated, but they will still get a chance to play each other to avoid the wooden spoon on Sunday. Congratulations to 𝐓𝐿crest Greys A. 𝐓𝐶𝐄 and Dawn really impressive, particularly 𝐓𝐶𝐄. She gets my girl of the match nomination for that one. Delvin, who was the best player for you?
I mean, she's really good, you know, really doing the damage from the outside, but I have to give some respect to the SG team. I think that they have a certain place that's running place, and I see a lot of cuts in there. I mean, but the pass is just not on point. They can just use this time, you know, go to Facebook, get Active TV, give them a chance to go and look back at what they have to do better, and then just come back stronger. Yeah,
nice point there. We're extremely live on Get Active TV and One Play Sports. This is the Get ActiveSG Sports Singapore, the playoffs 2-on-2 basketball tournament at the Foot Locker half court. Big prizes up for grabs for the next generation of basketball superstars for Singapore. Our thanks to Nike, our thanks to Foot Locker, our thanks to the Basketball Association in Singapore, and of course our thanks to Delvin and all our slinger friends. Jai Ren will be joining myself and Reagan on commentary this afternoon, but Delvin will be back alongside me for the big one next. It's the 1-0 records on the line of the Singapore Chinese Girls School and Shengon Culture. I've been looking forward to this one since Thursday, and it's up next. Stay with us. We're back in a couple.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Steve Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it. Fleck in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐇𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane. Leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Welcome back live to the Foot Locker half court. Delvin go alongside me as our coverage continues, and we are past the halfway mark in our morning session. The girls playing their second of 3 round robin matches already. We've seen the Singapore Chinese girls school BBQ team go to 2-0 with a 5-3 win against Hillcrest Grace B. Siglat B registering their first win of the competition, a big one as well, 10-2 over NYBB. Huskies Pink go to 2-0, 10-3 winners over NAP, and they set up a battle stormer on Sunday with Hillcrest Grace A, who also go to 2-0 in Group B. The winner will take it all when those two clash on Sunday for a place in our semi-finals. Now we move on to Group C, and two teams that have beaten records on the line, and arguably two of the most impressive girls teams from Thursday. The other Singapore Chinese girls school team, SC B-Ball and Shenggong Culture. Lecca and Kareem, 35 and 97 respectively for Shenggong Culture. Hillcrest Greys A. We've just seen them go to 2-0. That's what they'll be trying to do. The Singapore Chinese girls school with Maeva wearing 5 and Sarah wearing 11. Looking forward to this one, Delvin. You didn't see this one on Thursday between, well, when these two teams played, other girls obviously, but I'm telling you, they look really good to me. So I'm expecting you to watch and be very, very impressed.
Well, you've been telling me all night yesterday, all morning today, so I'm dying to watch it. So everybody stay tuned and watch this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. Thanks for joining us on Get Active TV. And of course, One Play Sports, thanks to the Foot Locker, Nike, the Basketball Association of Singapore, and Get Active SG, and the Singapore Slingers, of which, of course, Delvin is the leading light. Shenggong Culture with the first possession. Here comes Kareem. There's Lecca using that power and strength, getting it out wide. Good understanding as Kareem comes in. Can they get the shot away? Good D from the Singapore Chinese Girls School, however. So nothing doing on the first possession for Shenggong Culture. Maeva and Sarah get the ball picked from them by Kareem. Nice pass, finds Lecca. Lecca back to Kareem. Lovely movement and a lovely score. Great team basketball there, Delvin. Kareem with the first bucket.
Look at the passing cut and everything. 2-on-2, you just gotta keep moving, and try to find an open spot for the shot.
Yeah, Shenggong Culture blasted onto the scene on Thursday with that big 15-12 win against Kembangan Red, which is a real nip and tuck affair. Kembangan Red are going to be real tough to beat. Then they take on SG Basketball White next. Raven Lee will be joining you on commentary for that one alongside Delvin. Here's Kareem looking to extend the lead. She thought about the two, thought better of it, got it to Lecca, who's looking for her first point or points of the day, and she's has the pass stolen quite brilliantly by Maeva. Can she follow up with a deuce off the rim and out of bounds? And Shenggong Culture will get the ball back with 3:41 to play in the first. Early impressions of these four, Delvin?
I mean, number 16 for SGS, I mean, she's been doing a good job on the big girl. Number 35 of Shenggong Culture, she's trying to push her, staying low. That's a very good sign for them.
They go to the line. Shenggong Culture, Kareem to make it 2-zip. There's Kareem again. Such understanding between Kareem and Lecca. Lecca for her first point. Down it goes. They lead by 2. The only thing I'll say is after 2 minutes of basketball, they probably should be more than 2 in front here, Shenggong Culture. That's the one positive that the Singapore Chinese Girls School can take. That misses by a long way from Kareem. But again, you're the expert, Delvin. I need you to educate me. Am I imagining it, or there does seem to be a very good understanding between Kareem and Lecca? Their movement, particularly off the board, is really impressive.
Well, I think the one of the basic thing is to pass and cut, and then especially with a big girl like that, if she's slower than you, you just gotta try to use your speed and get past it. Oh, what a good drop off right there.
And they draw the one as well, and that came just seconds after the Singapore Chinese Girls School registered their first point on the board, and just like that, that took them within 2. They could now be behind by 3. Free throw no good from Lecca after she scored her first point of the afternoon session. Stepping back, two is deflected off of Lecca from Ava. Shot clock expired just after that attempted shot went away. Kareem will start again for Shenggong Culture. Lecca round the outside and a lovely drop to extend them by 5. That's off the roof, an OB. I'm sure it's 6-1. I thought that bucket would drop there. Scoreboard is king though, it says 5-1. Just couldn't stop it from going out of bounds. Foul was called event. Kareen to Lecca. Nice pass. But picked off brilliantly by Maeva, who gets it to Sarah. Lecca. They are doing a good job in the defense with her. They're not being intimidated, are they?
Yeah, number 16 is just going slow. She's just trying to push her out, which is something very good. And number 35 is using her body very well.
Lecca as well to keep that in bounds, but the pass is going to surely not be stopped. A brilliant save. Brilliant pickup from Kareen, but the shot clock expires. It's amazing how quickly those 14 seconds go in such a small space. We're down to the last 30 seconds of the first period. It's Shengon Culture in charge by 5-1, and I gave this game the big build-up at the moment. Delvin, Shengon Culture have taken it quite comfortably. This is not what Singapore Chinese Girls School wanted.
Yeah, Shengon Culture is really doing a good job and trying to go ahead with the big lead going into the second period.
Oh, a lovely pass and a lovely finish as well.
As easy as that, every single time. Pass and cut.
Can they get a point back, Singapore Chinese Girls School, before the time expires? They won't. In fact, they might go further behind. Oh, lovely work. Teamwork personified from Lecca and Kareen. And Shengon Culture are well in charge here in their second game in Group C. They lead 7-1 at the end of the first period. And again, that could be the killer blow for the Chinese Girls School there, Delvin. They were trying to get the last point of the period, but great hustle from Lecca, the pass to Kareen, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point ball game.
I mean, it's not something that's very easy. As you can see from the steal, they straight away jump up for the no-look pass right in. It's spot on, easy two before the buzzer, and I can see that Singapore Culture have really come with some plays.
You are watching live the playoffs, a 2-on-2 basketball tournament brought to you by ActiveSG in association with Foot Locker, with prize considerations and sponsorship given by our good friends at Nike, our broadcast partners, One Play Sports, and of course the Basketball Association and the Singapore Slingers. Delvin Go representing the Singapore Slingers here this morning, as he did brilliantly yesterday. It'll be JRN with us for the boys' matches this afternoon. And are you back again, Delvin? Are you here next week for a semi-final or final day?
I'll be here with Han Bin for the finals on Sunday, 6 December.
Brilliant. Delvin and Han Bin will be on commentary duty for the finals on Sunday week. It's the final round robin games for the boys and girls tomorrow, the semi-finals next Saturday the 5th, and the finals on the 3rd and 4th place playoff on the 6th, and it's all being streamed live on Get Active TV. Make sure you follow all the Get Active and Sports Singapore social media channels as live sport comes back in a very controlled environment. There's that big attempt from Kareen is off through. She gets possession back. Oh, look at the pace she goes there. She swung from side to side. Lecca with a rebound, and she'll draw the foul as well. And this game is rapidly going away in the Singapore Chinese Girls School, and poor old Maeva now is on the floor in some discomfort as well. Great sportsmanship shown from Kareen to make sure she's up on her feet okay. We've already seen a big win for the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐬. The 𝐓𝐶𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐃 score, I think it was 12. So Lecca with a chance on the line to get them 1 point closer to double digits. Oh my word, that wiped its feet, didn't it? But finally went through the back door. 9-1. They need some big scores now, the Singapore Chinese Girls School.
1-12.
Yeah, 12-1, just to remind you that 𝐓𝐶𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐃 Siglap score in the previous match in Group B. And these two unbeaten teams are only going to be one unbeaten team in a minute, and the team that's going to remain unbeaten will surely be Shengon Culture. What can Sarah do here? Sarah, look at Lecca's defence, the hustle, the harry. They just won't leave them alone. They're leading by 8 with 3:51 to play, and they're just hungry for more. And that, I think, has come off the Chinese Girls School last, and it will be Shengon Culture possession. No, it won't. It came off Shengon Culture. So the restart from Maeva. Sarah on the run around. Look at Lecca's defence again. So hard in 2-on-2 when you're in a one-on-one matchup when you're just physically outmatched like that.
Yeah, but I mean, number 35, she's a big girl, but she's moving pretty quickly on defense, and that's something that's very good for the Singapore national women.
Yeah, it does look good, isn't it? And she's not even breaking sweat. She looks like she's got plenty of petrol left in the tank. As another one goes down right on the shot clock buzzer, and they hit double digits with 3:08 to play. This, I'm confidently predicting, will be the biggest score of the morning so far, and probably all morning long. They are in complete control here, Shengon Culture, and they're laying a marker down now, Delvin. And they more impressive than the Huskies Pink?
Oh,
You're a Huskies Pink fan, aren't you?
I'm with number 35. I think they're gonna be Huskies being gonna lock down on defense on number 35 and see how he can do it, and try to rebound the ball as much and try to score as much as they can. I'm still gonna root for them, Huskies Pink.
Well, just to confirm, the way the draw works out, Huskies Pink are in the opposite side of the path. So if Huskies Pink win their group and win their semi-final, they are potentially final opponents for Shengon Culture, who are in Group C, which they look like they're going to win, even with one game to spare, and they'll play the winners of Group D. In Group D, we'll see those four girls teams a little later on: Qingxi, YTBG, Kembangan Blue, and SG Basketball Black. The other game in Group C is immediately following this, the 0-1 Kembangan Red against the 0-1 SG Basketball White. Another point on the board for Singapore Chinese Girls School, but they've got too much work to do here with only 1:58 left. And Leka, look at that. Karine is on the same wavelength as her teammate, and try as she might, good defence. Maeva that time, she just hasn't been able to limit the opportunities in the paint and under the basket for Leka. And her percentage, I know she missed her, Delvin, her percentage when she's underneath that basket so high, Leka, she just loops those arms round and gets it in. Hold the back page, comeback alert. They've scored 2 points unanswered, the Singapore Chinese Girls School, but surely no way back. Karine misses again. Hold on a second. But they need some twos. Not that time. Leka with a rebound. Clock ticking round to a minute. Kembangan Red against SG Basketball White is next, the other game in Group D. But Shengon Culture a minute and 3 seconds away, barring miracles, from going 2-0. Leka not missing by much. Rebound picked up by Maeva. Sarah now needs to try and get the better of Leka. She got the trajectory right, but not the direction. So, time enough for a couple of possessions each still. Are they going to get any advances on 10? Well, I thought they'd get more than the Hillcrest Greys 12. Maybe they won't. They haven't scored a bucket for nearly 2.5 minutes now. The Shengon Culture, I suppose. Singapore Chinese Girls will be wondering what might have been here, because they've been able to limit them to points in the closing stages, but the game got away from them in that first period, Delvin.
Yeah, Singapore Culture has been trying. I mean, the SGS girls has been trying to stop the Singapore Culture girls, but there's just chemistry is right there. Just trying to pass and cut and go to the big girl right there.
Inside, Leka still full of energy. Hopeful one popped up by Maeva that misses, and time expires, and Shengon Culture win by a score of 10-3. They go to 2-0. They now top Group C, and they'll be the red hot favourites to qualify on Sunday. Stand by. Up next, Kembangan Red against SG Basketball White as we move on to the second game in Group C before our two Group D matchups takes us to the lunch break, and then back at 2 p.m. with the second round robin matches in the boys section. You are watching live ActiveSG and Foot Locker coming together to bring live competitive sport back to Singapore in COVID-19 safe protocols being implemented. It is the playoffs 2-on-2 basketball tournament. Up next, stay with us. We'll be back with Kembangan Red and SG Basketball White.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Steams Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it. Fleck in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐇𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Hello and welcome back, basketball fans. We are here at the Playoffs 2v2 basketball tournament brought to you by ActiveSG and in partnership with Foot Locker. We're at this massive store down on Orchard Road. I was just telling Dalvin, these two teams here, SG Basketball and Combined Red, are nice. Yesterday, they both had unfortunate losses to two other very good teams, but I think it's going to be a well-matched fight.
Well, I mean, SG Basketball has been a real powerhouse, and they have been having really good trainings for the kids. And I can't wait to see, what's the progress going on, and I can't wait to see this match now.
They look mean, all dressed in black. I was telling Asha, I saw her yesterday warming up. I saw her today warming up. She can shoot. She can shoot, yeah. Asha right there. She can shoot the rock. But it seems that she likes to go down to the block. I told her she just got to pull up and shoot. And Tong starts with the ball. Drives in. I told you, right?
She got a hand.
I told you.
She's fast.
Number 88, Jessie here, and number 39, Nicole for Kembangan Red in the white jerseys. I was talking about it yesterday with Dalvin, the small and big man matchup. I think Ntong and Asha do it the best out of almost anyone in this competition, including the boys. They play aggressive defense, as you can see here. This one's going to be a fun one. Jessie's layup doesn't go, but Nicole gets the putback. Up ones. You can tell Ntong has that tight handle.
Yeah, look at that handle, like, she got a hezzy right there. She got a crossover. She got an Allen Iverson going on right there.
Jessie for Kembangan Red. Ooh, bad pass. Got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first period. It's a low-scoring game. We got a lot. I was telling Dalvin yesterday, these girls put defense first. There's no easy points here in the girls bracket. Jessie with the deuce. Just misses off to the left. Nicole gets a good rebound. And Tong wants it. Ooh. Asha cleaning up the boards there, getting the easy 1 point. Ooh, facilitating Jessie is, she wanted that inside backdoor cut. Ooh, she wants it. Oh. Good fake. Up fake and drive in. Just easy, simple moves here from SG Basketball ladies. Up by 2 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first period. Ntong with the ball. Driving in and getting the points. They just don't miss, do they?
She's probably one of the best smalls right here in the ladies category.
You think so?
Yeah, I gotta keep a lookout on her.
I think her playmaking ability is definitely one of the best we see here as she shoots the deuce, does not fall. Yesterday she was hitting that. She hits those too.
Well, we gotta see. Probably the second period she might shoot it even better.
Whoa. Nicole getting that and one. Nicole and Jessie looking like twins out there almost. You can tell they have very similar playing styles, right?
See if she can make this one to make it a 1 point game.
Sound.
She makes it.
Fundamentals, man. They all are so fundamentally sound. You can tell. Nothing fancy. Just get to your spot, shoot the ball as you saw Asha do just there.
Well, there's a reason why the games are always so close with the ladies, because they play lockdown defense on, by the guys, they're just shooting from the twos.
Yeah, the boys are trying to be flashy.
Yep.
We're coming down with 1 minute left in this first period.
Okay.
SG Basketball up by 2. Nicole and Jessie looking to come back from that 2 point deficit.
Okay.
Number 88, Jessie with the ball. Ooh, lockdown defense by Asha to Intong. Ooh, trying to get it back to Asha. Good defense by 𝐓𝐄 𝐏𝐿 here. Ooh, that needs to fall. Yeah, that needs to fall.
The rim is gotta be more friendly.
Intong with the deuce. Misses everything there. I'm sure she won that back.
At times like this, I think it's not supposed to be rushing. You still got 5 more minutes to go. Just gotta keep a composure and try to go one shot at a time.
As we wind down the first quarter, 20 seconds left. They're throwing up desperate twos. Asha with the ball at top of the key to Intong. They're winding the clock down a little bit here. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shino. Oh.
Yeah, I can see the shit.
Ball goes out of bounds with 5 seconds left, but the clock does not stop.
Oh.
We're coming down to the last seconds of the first period as Nicole heaves up a desperate 2 and it does not fall. 𝐓𝐄 𝐏𝐿 here, down by 2, 5-3. SG Basketball is looking nice, as I was saying.
Look at the handles from her.
Intong's nasty.
Yeah, her handles is crazy. I mean, like almost like Allen Iverson all day.
I think it's the confidence too.
Yep.
It's the confidence for me. They definitely they're not taking it. It almost looks like they're having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I mean, you can see the difference when somebody's dribbling the ball hard and somebody's dribbling the ball without confidence. You can see her confidence right there, and it's really showing.
She knows what she's doing. As I see them smiling right now, they're right in front of me. But they look winded out there. We talked about it yesterday. These 5 minutes just going straight at it. No gas is left in the tank at the end of the game.
I mean, one thing for sure, the lesser the people, the more you have to do. You can't shy away from anything. You just got to keep going hard. And I step into the court to try to play, and the aircon is really cold. And one thing, and it's probably a bit hard for the girls to breathe if you're not used to it. Yeah,
definitely. As we come with the start of the second period, ooh, coming out fast, SG Basketball, as Asha has the ball at the top of the key, gets a nice crossover. Give me that. Oh my God. Oh no.
Just fundamentals, brother. Just fundamentals
with
right
the
there.
3. Intong from SG Basketball hits it. As SG Basketball extends their lead by 4 in the second period here. Only 30 seconds in. It's coming to a hot start. They came out ready to play. I think I saw Asha and Intong talking at the break. I saw them dap each other up and just smile, saying,
they probably like.
I think they already knew.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Probably say, let's go.
They knew it was over. Getting the steal, Intong bringing it back up. Crossover in the corner. It looks like she's just winding the clock down now. Oh wow. I want to see some fight from Nicole and Jessie here, as they're only down by 5 now. A couple 2s, a 1.
Yep. There's still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time. Intong with the deuce. Ooh. Hit 1 earlier. Jessie and Nicole looking a little deflated here. I want to see some spark from them in the last 3 minutes of this game. What can they do? Jessie driving in, loses the ball. And this defense of Asha and Intong, relentless here. They got to bring it back out now. Seems like they're just going through the paces here in the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds of this game as Intong puts up a deuce. Asha cleaning up the boards. It's gonna look like a sure victory from this SG Basketball team unless Nicole and Jessie pick it up right here. They gotta shut down Intong and Asha. Easy mid-range. Beautiful shot from Asha just there. Score is now 7-point deficit as 𝐓𝐇𝐄 puts up another 2, wanting to extend that lead. It looks like Asha and 𝐓𝐇𝐄 are celebrating in their head already now. 2 minutes left to go in this second period of the game. Both teams winless before this, and it looks like SG Basketball is taking home the win, and they will go 1-1 in this tournament overall, as Kembangan Red will drop to 0-2 as 𝐓𝐇𝐄 heaves up the final deuce. They got to pick it up here if they want a chance. 𝐓𝐇𝐄, nice floater though.
Really nice floater for a girl like that.
So with this SG Basketball team, they've definitely shown a dominant display here. Where do you rank them in the teams you've seen so far with the girls?
I mean, like,
Are they up there with Shenzhong Kosler?
𝐓𝐇𝐄 is definitely one of the best ball handlers right here in the competition. But I have to say, like, we got Shingon culture, we got 𝐓𝐇𝐄 going with big bodies going in.
Oh, nice two.
Nice two right there.
By Jessie. She's not done with the fight. As the game picks up a little bit here as Asha goes in the 9, and that's got to be the dagger.
A nice pick and roll right
She's
there.
not, misses everything there on the deuce attempt.
SG Basketball is just going to
40 seconds left.
Round the clock now.
Oh, feisty. 𝐓𝐶ole in there, stealing the ball from 𝐓𝐇𝐄. Down by 7 with 25 seconds left. Kembangan Red does not look good for them. As 𝐓𝐶ole makes a 1 point, it will not get them the lead as Asha goes in. The game winding down. The score 13-6. SG Basketball on top, getting their first win in this tournament. Kembangan Red falling to 0-2. I'm Reagan Lee here with Dalvin Cook. Stay with us. We'll be back in a sec.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Steve Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd, knocked away again. Singapore has it, Fleck in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐇𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Welcome back live to the Foot Locker half court for the final two games in today's girls round robin matches, and we start with this Group D clash between two teams putting their 100% records on the line, Qianqi and YTBG. Nidia Heng wearing 17 for Qianqi, Wang Juyu wearing number 9, and Tanya Tan wearing 79, and Hannah Tay 23 for YTBG. And in fact, I say that, I think the girls may have changed numbers. We've got 8 and 7, so it's Wang Jiyu wearing number 9 and number 8 make that. Tanya Tan wearing 79, Hannah Tay. Oh, I think they've confused us by changing shirts from yesterday, but we'll make the best of what we can as an early long-range effort comes up and it misses. Delvin Go is alongside me. Delvin, great listening to you and Reagan moments ago for that big win for SG Basketball. There's two teams who went 0-1 get their first wins here, as we've seen with those previous two matches when teams brought 1-0 records to the party. A win here and you're almost halfway, 1 foot into the semi-final, so big stakes here and expecting this to be hotly contested. So it's Qianqi in the white, YTBG in the black. Good rebound offensively, but Doesn't manage to make it count by Nadia Heng. And a scrappy start to this one. I think the girls know the significance of this clash. They know the stakes are high. And it's, oh my word. Having said it was a scrappy start, that was one way to get things rocking and rolling. We're tied at 1 each, and already 2 minutes have flown by. Goodness gracious me, a monster two. But it's 𝐓𝐇𝐄 in the lead. And all of a sudden, having said it was scrappy, Delvin, business is picking up in spectacular fashion here.
Yeah, number 69 was one of the junior NBA player right here in Singapore the year before. So I expect her to be, oh, she's just making another one.
Yeah, I believe that's Tanya Tan. I think she might have been wearing 79 yesterday. Obviously, called for a travel. They do love the travel call, the referees today. That's been mentioned on the Facebook comment section as well. But it's a tight affair, this 3-2, and two teams that have both got plenty of game. Down that one goes for the one, and we're all tied at 3 each. We've had one match go to overtime today, our first one, with the Singapore Chinese girls score coming out 5-3 on top in OT against 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐬𝐅𝐒. Had to hear that deuce from OZ in overtime. That trajectory was always going to hit the roof. The NBA style that you saw from her.
Yeah, that's a really good move, going straight to the chest.
Unconventional two-point attempt off the rim and no good. There's still 14 seconds left here. The shot clock and the game clock are in sync. Oh my word! And the lead stolen back by 𝐓𝐇𝐄 right at the end of the first period. And that follow-up deuce attempt from Tanya Tan, no good. So a spectacular two gives 𝐓𝐇𝐄 the lead. But this is a nip and tuck affair, Delvin. Tell me who's going to win it now.
From what I see, I got to root for the junior NBA girl, �YTBG right there. I think they're just going to keep going in with her size and all. After that athleticism, I think she's just going to keep going in.
Well, they had to come from behind to win it. The four girls in front of us now just taking on some hydration. A reminder, this is the playoffs 2-on-2 basketball tournament at the half court at Foot Locker at Orchard Gateway. An incredible complex for Foot Locker this. It's the largest store in Asia. 5 stories with retail over 3 levels. There's so much to do here. It's an engaging retail experience. It's not just about buying shoes and clothing. You've got this half court here, which when COVID-19 is away and gone, you can book and come and use as a community venue. And it's great that ActiveSG and Sports Singapore have got live sport back here under strict COVID-19 control conditions. Thanks to our sponsors Foot Locker and of course Nike for their generous sponsorship of the prizes. There's some huge prizes up for grabs when we crown our girls and boys champions next Sunday. There'll be a 1-year sponsorship deal with Foot Locker and thousands of dollars of Nike vouchers for the runners-up. They've already received a wonderful goodie bag with a $50 Foot Locker voucher and lots of other ActiveSG bits and pieces. And we must also thank the Basketball Association of Singapore for providing the officials and running this event so well. And of course the Singapore Slingers. Delvin Go with us this morning. This afternoon we'll be joined by Jia Ren. He'll be, like Delvin, giving us up-to-date news about what's happening with the Slingers, who hope to be back in action in the early part of next year, looking to make it 4 finals in 5 years. Meanwhile, back to the action here, because this is an absolute ding-donger. 𝐓𝐇𝐄 in the white, �YTBG in the black, and they're tied at 6 apiece with 3:57 to play. No team has led by more than 2 points in this game so far. That one wouldn't count, the whistle had already gone. And it'll be �YTBG ball. Straight off with the deuce from the restart. Nothing doing. Well, it's been played in a much more open manner than some of our other matches, Delvin. The defense is standing off to a certain extent, but it's still a tight affair. No one able to go in front by more than 2.
Well, the one's making there's only 1-2 in this competition. I think she's just trying to take one. Number 69 trying to take 1-2. I mean, it's a good thing that she's trying to take one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, she got a 1 going down.
They only registered as a 1, but 𝐓𝐇𝐄 back in front. That's a 2 though, and the lead yo-yos once more. �YTBG back in the driving seat, 8-7, 3:02 to play. Another deuce attempt. That one I think might have grazed the roof as well. Brave attempt from Wang Jiyu. But you get the impression here that the team that goes in front by more than 2 points is going to go on and win this. I don't think there's any way back if you can open up by 3. So a deuce next up for YTBG, and it would put the pressure right on 𝐓𝐇𝐄. Referees doing a brilliant job. Cheltenham Tan and Ref Neo, who's in charge of this one, as that one missed by a long way. 2:45 on the clock. There's 1 point in this, Delvin. You call YTBG at half-time. I'm going to give you an opportunity to change your mind. Are you still a YTBG boy, or do you want to switch allegiance to 𝐓𝐇𝐄?
I'm a guy that's firm on my decision. I'm going to still go with YTBG.
Delvin go. He's not a dilly-dallyer. When he makes his mind up, he follows through. So can YTBG produce the goods for him? They're in front by 1. Is this to put them in front by 2? Great defensive hustle, and it puts the pressure on and coughs up the turnover. So now pressure, and the pressure is building. Make no mistake about that. Wang Jiyu, she can't get it down. 2:12 to play. Still 1 point in it. Remember, these two teams want to know whoever wins this has 1 foot firmly in next Saturday's semi-finals. It won't drop for YTBG. They just can't extend that lead by more than 1, and we're inside the final 2 minutes now of an exhilarating 8 minutes to this point. Foul is called on the left-hand side of the court as you look, so YTBG will get the ball back here. They've had several chances to extend it more than 1 point, and again they can't land the deuce to go in front by 3. 𝐓𝐇𝐄 are still hanging tough, and the whistle is being blown quite frequently. Remember, the game clock doesn't stop when the whistle goes unless they go to the free throw line. So we're down to 1:32, and I wonder for the first time in the girls section if we're going to see some shrewd clock management here. Well, we don't need to worry about clock management for now because we're tied at 8 each. Closest game of the day so far, even tighter than the 3-3 draw that went to overtime after regulation in our first match of the day. 𝐓𝐇𝐄, YTBG, 1:10 to play. 𝐓𝐇's turn to try and take the lead, but that grazed the roof of the court, and she just has a word with herself there. I think she might be suffering with a bit of stitch, maybe, Wang Jiyu, but she's bravely soldiering on. Tanya Tan.
Clutch one.
Big score, YTBG. Tanya Tan, the NBA girl, getting it done, and that 2-point shot was born out of pressure, and the clock is continuing to tick, and the team that lead are the team that are in possession. There's enough time for 3 full possessions here. 2-1. That would have been for the ball game. The rebound picked up brilliantly by Nadia Heng. They're still alive here, 𝐓𝐇𝐄, but they simply have to score next. Nadia Heng to tie it again, doesn't make it, and now there's only 25 seconds, and surely they're going to use their heads here, YTBG, and use some game clock management. They don't do it. There's still 18 seconds, and it's possession to 𝐓𝐇𝐄. They need 1 to tie it to take us to overtime, and they draw the foul. And it was almost a foul plus 1. As it is, this will be the biggest pressure free throw shot we've seen over the course of the last 3 days. They trail by 1. There's 11.4 seconds on the clock. It simply has to go down by Wang Jiyu. And it goes out, and it's picked up by YTBG, and that could well be the ball game. There's 7 seconds to go. Why have they taken the shot there? But they've picked up their own rebound. They've still got time. They've got to let it go, and they don't watch the clock, and they pay the price. Delvin Go was right. YTBG win a thriller by 9-8. 𝐓𝐇𝐄 dropped to 1-1, and YTBG with a 2-0 record, Delvin. Well, I tell you something, it was a highly contested affair, but YTBG now have done the hard work. 2-0, we'll almost certainly see them in Saturday's semi-finals. But what a game of the day so far.
Well, you can see, he came out on top on the last 10 seconds. I think that number 69 shouldn't have shot it. If they gave it a chance, the girls in the white might have to take it and take the 2, and they might have back the lead.
You're watching live the playoffs, brought to you by ActiveSG and Foot Locker from the Foot Locker half court at Orchard Gateway. Delvin Go, the Singapore Slinger, staying with us for one more girls match this morning. Up next, the final game in Group D, the final game in the morning session. Kimbangan Blue 0-1 against SG Basketball Black 0-1. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with that before we take a lunch break and then come back at 2 with the boys section.
Life. Is it about looking perfect? Eating perfect? Or is it simply about trying? A little at a time. Living life to the fullest. So that at the end of the day, we can tell ourselves, I'm doing a little better today than I did yesterday. Because hey, better beats perfect.
Elliott in the corner as they spread it. Alexander, fingertip through the basket.
Xavier Alexander time again, going downhill, challenging Steve Thomas at the rim. And
Elliott slides through, back to Alexander. Downstairs it goes, wide open look on that left-hand side. Elliott! Boyd knocked away again. Singapore has it. Bleck in the open court. Takes it to the hole, and that might just do it.
the long arms of 𝐓𝐇𝐄 to jump, anticipate, and jump in that passing lane. Leads to a fast break.
With Active Health, there are so many ways to kickstart your journey. So really, why not make the choice to enjoy active living? You can just pop by our Active Health Labs for fitness and health assessments. To learn and adopt habits to achieve your goals. And you can always get quick self-assessments using ActiveFit and more. You're also welcome to connect with us at our events. Our family of sport champions and experts will be here to guide you. Come team up with us at ActiveSG and Active Health programs. There are plenty of interest groups for all ages, as well as spaces to explore and get together. Move better. Eat better. Rest better. Assess your fitness and health. Connect with our Active Health family of experts and advocates. Team up with your family and friends to be better together. Act now to get started at betterbeatsperfect.sg.
Well, what a morning it's been. The final game of the second batch of round-robin games for the girls in the playoff 2-on-2 basketball tournament, brought to you proudly by ActiveSG Sports Singapore and our good friends at Foot Locker, who've provided this incredible venue, the Foot Locker half court at Orchard Gateway. This remarkable retail experience here in the heart of Orchard Road. Foot Locker's largest store in Asia, not just about buying shoes and clothing. Get down and experience a truly unique sporting setup here, and it's because of that unique sporting setup with this enclosed cage here, we're able to have this sporting event under COVID-19 safe protocols. And it's great that basketball is one of the first sports back with competitive action in Singapore, and even better that it's the youth that are involved. You're getting a chance to see Singapore's basketball stars off tomorrow. A little later on this afternoon, the boys will be in action from 2 p.m, including a chance to see a brand new Singapore slinger. Jackson Ma will be playing for the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐒 Hornets. He'll be a teammate of Delvin Goes for the Slingers next year. Here, we'll concentrate on two teams that are 0-1, so they really need to win here to keep their semi-final hopes alive. Remember, the girls are playing in 4 groups of 4 like the boys. Only the group winner qualifies for the semi-finals, which are next Saturday, ahead of the grand finals on Friday, when the winning champions from girls and boys will get a 1-year endorsement deal with Foot Locker, and there are thousands of Nike vouchers up for grabs, thousands of dollars worth, that is, for the runners-up. So final seconds ticking away. Referee Neo just giving the girls their final instructions. On the roster here for Kembang Blue, it's Lee Xing Lin wearing 39 and Bridget Zhu wearing 52. And for SG Basketball Black, Diana and Lasada Santiago. So we have that issue here with Lasada Santiago, that neither of them have numbers. I believe Lasada Santiago, you need to help me here, Delvin. Which one would you say is Lasada Santiago? I think she might be the girl that just passed the ball now. I'm assuming, and apologies, that Diana is the girl there. So I think that's Diana with the opening basket to put SG Basketball Black in front.
Really nice move, like a step through right there, patience, and going out for the basket.
So what's the response going to be from Kembang Blue? Well, they nearly turned it over there, but Bridget Zhu on the shot clock, nails it right on the buzzer, and it's 1 apiece with 4:20 to play in the first. A really strong start for two teams that need to win, otherwise their hopes here are done. Well, that's an energetic start with 2 great scores inside the first 60 seconds. Here is Lasada Santiago. Oh, Lasada Santiago with that change of pace we saw to good effect yesterday. Just off the rim. But Santiago will get it back. Diana looking for the run. Needs some support here, Diana. Lasada Santiago with Bridget Zhu covering. It doesn't drop. 3:45 to play. Lee Xing Lin hit the roof. That'll be turnover, out of bounds turnover. Diana to start. Lasada Santiago with the roll off. Good hustle, great hustle from Lee Xing Lin. Look at the shot clock ticking away, but my oh my, in the blink of an eye, they take the lead for the first time, Kembang Blue. Lasada Santiago, she has got a turn of pace, Delvin, this girl. If they give her some empty court in front, she will leave them standing. You wouldn't guess that these two teams are 0-1 coming into this, because they look like they've got plenty of ability.
Yeah, they look like they're really stable with their shots. They're not making like just...
It's a great steal from Lasada Santiago. Difficult to keep up, Delvin, with this, isn't it? The action is so fast and furious.
Yeah. They're really doing well on picking up the shots, selecting the shots, and making good shot selections.
Here's Diana. Can she get the shot away, Diana? Over it without touching the rim, so the shot clock will keep on running now. Now it's reset. My word, it's scrappy. Look at the hustle there. Ducking under. Lasada Santiago.
Well, that's what you call small but mighty.
Yeah, she really is a pocket rocket, Lasada Santiago. A reminder that I'll be joined on commentary along with Reagan Lee this afternoon for GRN. Delvin taking a well-earned break. And he'll be back for the finals next Sunday, Delvin Go. Delvin, part of the Singapore Slingers squad that we're hoping will be back in action early in the new year. Don't forget to visit the Singapore Slingers YouTube channel and follow the Singapore Slingers Home Court series to find out more about what your favourite Singapore Slingers are doing during this COVID-19 situation. Diana from the line for one, and she makes it. And just like that, we're 2 apiece. 1:45 to play in the first. Lee Shin Lin trying to get the lead back for Kembangan Blue on the turn. Just snatched at it a little bit, and the shot was far too low. These girls are not leaving anything on the court, Delvin, are they? This has been the fastest paced game I think we've seen today.
Yeah,
non-stop.
Yeah, they really keep going and going. They have a really good passes going on. They just got to make it a point.
Yeah, sometimes you think maybe it's going even a little bit too fast. The girls know the importance of this game. They need a win to stay in contention. Lasada Santiago, she hit a monster 3 yesterday, but now she's coughed up possession. Who's going to fall on it? It will be Diana. It's a loose ball that Lasada Santiago is fastest to react to, on the move with the jumper off the rim.
Oh, shoot it. Oh,
shot clock's expired. Play on the call. Lee Xingling gets it out to Bridget Zhu. Bridget Zhu now on the run, picked up by Lasada Santiago. Quite frankly, who else? She's going to go for 2 here. She's going to go for 2 here. She's nearly made the 2, but it's still 2 apiece inside the final minute. A low-scoring but energetic, high-energy, high-octane first period here. Now a 2 goes, and it's Lee Shin Lin that puts Kembangan up by 2. Get the impression, Delvin, there might be some more twists and turns to come in this one.
It's just adrenaline running, and she's just really confident in taking that shot.
Both girls lost yesterday, both these girls, but it was close. Kembangan Blue went down 8-5 to YTBG, and we've just seen how good they are. And Chang Shi came out on top against SG Basketball Black by just a solitary point, 12-11, in another dramatic finish to our program on Thursday. Lasada Santiago, can she tie this up before the first period expires? They'll come up with a rebound. Diana trying to get in close. Good pickup. Lee Xingling, she's coming back, I think, to try another 2. That's gone out of bounds. That'll be possession. I don't think they'll get time to get this away. Time's going to expire here. And at half-time, Kembangan Blue, courtesy of a Lee Shin Lin deuce, lead SG Basketball back by 4-2. And both sets of girls coming over to us to take their hydration break. Well, I say both sets of girls. 3 of them look like they're exhausted, and unfortunately Lee Shin Ling looks like she might be carrying an arm injury. But Lasada Santiago's not breaking sweat yet. She's a bundle of energy.
Well, I mean, they're looking really good. I mean, they're just going to lock down on defense, and the girls in the Kembangan is bigger. They're just going to keep going down to the pin, trying to use their advantage to it.
So the state of play sees Kembangan lead by 2. Remember, both come into this 0-1. So they will need to win to have any chance of qualifying. We saw YTBG go 2-0 there in pole position to book a slot from Group D in the semi-finals. In terms of the teams that stay 2-0 today, stay unbeaten, it's 2-0 for SCBBQ, that's the Singapore Chinese Girls School. It's 2-0 for the Huskies Pink, who Delvin is a big fan of. 2-0 as well for Shengon Culture. They're going to be tough to beat. First win of the competition for SG Basketball White earlier, and SG Basketball Black looking to follow up, but they trail by 2 to Kembangan Blue. To tie it up right at the start of the second period, it's off the rim from Lasada Santiago. Bridget Zhu, does she fancy 2? Look at Lasada Santiago's hustle here. Bridget was having to work so hard, and Lasada Santiago earns a well-earned turnover. Now Diana, they need to be the next team to score here. To SG Basketball Black. Lasada Santiago inside, can she finish? Puts it up just as the shot clock expired, and that'll be a Kembangan Blue ball with 4:25 to play in this one. As it stands, Kembangan Blue are going 1-1, and they will be facing Chang Shi tomorrow.
Yeah, another 2 going down.
Another 2, 4-point gap, and it's the 2-point shooting at the moment. There's a difference between the 2 teams there. When you take away those 2 twos, we're all square. They need to land a deuce of their own soon, SG Basketball Black. Inside. Oh, look at that. Lee Shin Lin very nearly making it a 3-possession game. Next score in a 3-possession game is going to make it very tough. That was an important score by Losada Santiago. It's a 3-point game. Another big 2 attempted, but good pickup from Diana. Can they close it down to 2? Took a deflection. She gets it back. They look up to the referee to check they can play on. Losada Santiago back to Diana. Shot clock's going to expire here. And that was poor clock management from the 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball girls. They need to stay within 2 possessions here, Delvin. I don't think the way this game's gone, it's going to be possible to come from more than 6 behind.
Yeah, I think 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball is just really going to do what they got to do on defense and try and hit those 2s.
This has to go. Oh, it pops in and out from Diana. Still a 2-possession game then. Starting to get a bit scrappy, isn't it? Is that because of the pace it's being played at?
Yeah, I think must be the first period. The pace has been going out. Everybody's gassed out. Or going for a 2.
Losada Santiago here, cracking 2 yesterday. She was well off target, that way short. Bridget Zhu over the top. Oh, nice turn inside from Lee Xin Lin, but she can't finish it off. Losada Santiago might have time and space here to try a 2. Tries to go on the outside, brings it back. She needs to find Anna here. The shot clock's down to 5. They've got to get a shot away here, and it'll go out of bounds. I think it was clawed away, so it will go back to Kimbangan Blue. Bridget Zhu, she's trailing Lee Xin Lin in the scoring stakes, and she's trailing her even further now. A lovely nothing but net 1 for Lee Xin Lin, and now they lead by 4. This has to go off the rim from Losada Santiago. The rebound doesn't go either, and Bridget Zhu picks it up. Another score here could be the death knell for 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball Black. Lee Xin Lin, she's been electric. Misses there, but Bridget Zhu draws the foul when she went to follow up on the rebound. And they'll go to the line to make it a 3-possession game for the first time, Delvin. And if this goes, you do fear for 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball Black.
Yeah, I think if this goes, 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball will have a hard time coming back.
It's a 5-point game, just like that, with only 2:05 remaining. And literally, I think it's come down to who's been the more clinical with their shooting. Those 2 2-pointers are essentially the difference between the teams here. And another foul is drawn. And this time, it'll be 𝐓𝐇𝐄 Basketball Black that go to the line. This to make it 8-4, 1:55. We've seen Losada Santiago put off some miracle shots already over the course of the 2 days of competition on Thursday and today for the girls. But they've got a lot of work to do here. And Lee Xin Lin has been the player of this match, that's for sure. Oh, again! Another beauty. She's opened up now by 6. On the move. How difficult is that to do, Delvin? So delicate, yet so precise.
Well, with 2 seconds now, he's just going to throw up some shots. And I think that she trained that shot, though, with the confidence going up there.
Diana picks it up. No choice but to go for 2 here. Go inside. 1 point's no good to them now, though they'll take that gratefully. Good finish from Diana under pressure as well. 5 points in it. 1:11 to play. Bridget Zhu off the rim, picked up by Losada Santiago. Now they have to go for 2s. Must go for 2s. Well, the game management, and maybe I'm being a bit harsh on them, Del, but at this age, is it more about the joy of the game rather than being that ruthless in game management? I mean, what would you be doing in this position at the age of, what, 15, 16?
Well, I think for me, I think it will be just running down the clock. I'm up 5 now. I'm just running out the clock, trying to get as much oxygen as I can for now.
Well, they go for the 2 just to show off! And Lee Xin Lin, her 3rd 2 of the night. And now it's starting to look very one-sided. And you have to say, off the back of Lee Xin Lin shooting, it doesn't flatter them. 11-4. That's going to be, if it stays like this, a win by 7. We've had an 11-point winning margin for Hillcrest Grays earlier. This will be an equal second best winning margin if it stays 11-4 to the 10-3 margin that the Huskies beat NAP by earlier. Final 20 seconds before we break for lunch and come back with the boys at 2 p.m. Diana, nice finish, just the 1. And at least she makes the score a little bit more respectable. 6 points in it, 12 seconds to go. Can Bridget Zhu sign off in style before tomorrow's final group game where they'll have to win to stand a chance of being in the semi-finals. This defeat will mean SG Basketball Black can't make the semi-finals. Kembangan Blue, though, will stay alive. Bridget Zhu from the line to open up the 7-point gap again. Down it goes. The difference between these two teams has been the shooting, simple as that.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kembangan has been shooting well, and SG Basketball haven't been trying to find a groove. But a game is a game. A loss is a loss. Just gonna try and pick it up the next game.
So Kembangan Blue take it out by 12-5. Let's summarise our scores from all of this morning's action. We started at 10 a.m. bright and early. SCBBQ 5. Hillcrest Grays B3, the Singapore Chinese Girls School girls moved to 2-0. Siglap 10, NYBB 2, Siglap moved to 1-1. Huskies Pink, they also are a team 2-0 after a 10-3 win against NAP, and they set up a blockbuster tomorrow against Hillcrest Grays A, who are also 2-0. The winners of that match will qualify for the semi-finals. In Group C, it was the other Singapore Chinese Girls School team going down by 10-3 to a very impressive Shengon Culture led by Leka and Kareen. And Shengon Culture and another team 2-0 and looking good for a place in the semi-finals. Kembangan Red 6, SG Basketball 12. SG Basketball with their first win go to 1-1. Chanxi 8, YTBG 9, and an absolute thriller to get the Group D action underway earlier today. YTBG, great work from Tanya Tan and Hannah Tay, and we've just seen a shooting masterclass from Lee Shi Lin to give Kembangan Blue a 12-5 win. Lee Shi Lin and Bridget Zhu up against SG Basketball Black, who dropped to 0-2 and out of contention. But as Delvin Go signs off and says goodbye before we welcome Jai Ren to the broadcast booth for the afternoon. Delvin, your thoughts on what's been a fascinating Saturday morning, and of course for you last night as well, and plenty of top class action.
Well, it's been an eye-opener for me this morning. Last night definitely for the guys. This morning I've seen really high quality basketball from the girls, and I hope to see more next Sunday coming in to see the semis and the finals.
You are watching the playoffs, 2-on-2 basketball action brought to you by ActiveSG Sports Singapore. Our good friends at the Foot Locker are hosting us here at the Foot Locker half court at Orchard Gateway. Get down and see this flagship retail store, the biggest store in Asia, over 5 levels, and the showpiece at level B2, this incredible half court setup which is enabling us to bring live sport back to Singapore and to the basketball community in these COVID-19 times. Thanks as well to Nike for sponsoring the prize vouchers, along with Foot Locker, who will be giving the champions of the boys and girls that incredible 12-month sponsorship deal, whoever comes out on top next Sunday. Thanks as well to the Basketball Association of Singapore, as always so brilliant in their organisation and support of sport on all levels. Our 2 officials as well, must thank them from today. That's Chelton Tan and Ref Neo. We'll be back at 2 o'clock, myself, Reagan Lee and Jai Ren, when we turn our attention to the second game in the boys round robin. We start with Wine on White against SBA Blue, and the one to watch out for third on the court is the new Singapore Slingers signing Jackson, playing for 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐏𝐋𝐀𝐘𝐎𝐅𝐅𝐒 against SBA Red, who are 1-0 as well. Plenty of undefeated records on the line when we come back at 2 o'clock. Stay safe and rejoin us at 2 p.m. Singapore time from the Foot Locker half court on Orchard Road.